Hello and welcome you all guys. Today we will be continuing into the actual journey of the learning that we have planned for. Okay, this particular course as we discuss is a complete fusion technical plus OIC course where we are not discriminating that okay we are going to cover only the fusion technical as HCM perspective, financial perspective or a supply chain perspective. All the tools, techniques and methodologies which are available as on date for fusion as a tool to make you a fusion technical consultant as a whole, we are going to discuss all the things with the real-time perspective. Going forward, guys, we will be starting with the fundamentals. Next 3 4 days, we will be focusing on to almost so many sort of tools, techniques, small sort of utilities, concepts that are going to help you to build a building blocks, or that could be a fundamental for learning the fusion as a tool. Okay, there's these things are not something that okay that every technical person should need to know or they will be working upon. The actual work of a technical person can be classified into 3 categories, broadly classified into the 3 categories. That is, one is the data extractions and reporting. The other one is data loading, bulk data loading, and the third one is that okay, the integration where the data has to be integrated and shared across multiple organizations or multiple tools or softwares. So guys, the main part is J, K, and L that we are going to learn. These are the main areas that we need to understand as a technical aspects. Okay. But in addition to that, these are the areas that the personalization, how do we do the look and feel changes of the application, how the customization of the different sort of transactions which are happening into the system, doing the transaction console, doing the approval management configuration. There has been certain sort of utilities which has been offered by Oracle. There has been different small tools has been offered which have their own uses. Okay, these tools may not be used directly by the technical person, but the actual technical tools that we are using, they may be internally referring and using these particular tools. So we will be learning these particular utilities also. Okay. In addition to that, the core concepts of using a fusion, using an ERP system, and all those sort of things we will be looking into. In addition to that, what we are looking into, we will be looking into the security of the application, how the security of the application is being maintained. What do you mean by user? How you will be looking in? What are different sort of port, URL, username, password? All these things we will be understanding in detail. So, guys, the purpose for explaining all these things is to make you not just as a technical consultant but as a techno-functional consultant, because these utilities to be used and worked by the functional people. The security of the application is to be handled and managed by the functional people. Customization, these concepts are supposed to be worked upon by the technical functional people. Approval management has to be defined by the functional people. So while learning these small sort of tools which are to be worked by the functional people, but you being a technical person, and these are the simplest of the tools available. So roughly if we get the knowledge about these tools also, we will be claiming that okay, almost 20 to 30 different add-on additional delighter sort of tools and techniques and concept that we are going to learn as part of this training program, which will be quite beneficial for us to claim ourselves as somebody who's having a real-time experience. See 34 different objects that we will be learning across. Okay, fine. So before we move on to that, guys, few things that are very important to understand and learn, that we will be starting very basics. Okay. So guys, what is going to happen if I say in any of the place, if I want to show you something like, as if I show you this particular value, 68, 70, 56, 45, we are not able to make anything of that. Okay. We don't know whether this is a marks of a person. We don't know whether this is the score of a batsman. We don't know whether it's a weight of any uh, person in different years, or it is a weight of a 4 different kids into one class. We are not able to figure it out. So anything in this particular word is data, guys. Okay. Anything and everything is to be considered as data, and data does not have a definite meaning. Okay, but the moment the data will be associated or will be represented into a some sort of meaningful way, the data once it makes some give you some sort of insights, then that data will be converted or to be considered as a information. Like the same thing, if I say, if I add this sort of thing, Virat runs in series, so what has happened, this should be considered as the information. This is a data and this is the information. Second thing, if we say that okay, weight of a four students in a class, marks of four students in English exam, so looking into this, this is not to be considered as data, but this is a something, a pure example of the information. Okay, and as we discussed yesterday, like taking an example of your mobile phone going to your contacts apps, what you can do, you should be able to have multiple functionalities into that particular software or that particular application. You may be able to search for a contact number, you should be able to create a phone number, update a phone number, or delete a phone number. Okay, in any of the application you will go, whether it's a web-based application or a desktop-based application or mobile-based application, all the applications are meant to play around with the data, to safeguard the data, to protect the data, to insert or update or delete the data, or to fetch the data and represent into a meaningful manner. And once the data has been represented into a meaningful manner, it will become, and representation is called information. Okay, hope that is clear. Now, guys, in the complete set of Fusion application, what has happened? Anybody who's going into the UI, opening any form, seeing any fields, putting any data, saving it that data in the complete Fusion application, all the data has been saved into a databases. Okay, and if we talk about the data, data must be having a data type associated with that. So what are data type, guys? In the Fusion application, we have only three kind of data types. One is the text data, like Fusion or course name, tool name, anything which is a alphabetical thing that you want to refer, that is a text data. Something that is a numeric value, that is your age, your salary. Okay, all these things to be considered as a number data. Number data has some sort of limitation. It should only allow a decimal point. You should not need to put a separator, comma separator, or a symbol like dollar symbol or something. That is not allowed in Fusion. Only a pure decimal operator is allowed into your Fusion application. Third type of data type is the date type data type, which should be always in the Fusion application, guys. It doesn't matter how the data has been represented into the UI, into the application, but in backend, that should be always saved into a format called YYYMMDD format, separated by forward slash. Okay, hope that is clear as of now. Fine, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So moving ahead, guys, what we have understood, what is data, what are the different type of data types, and what do you mean by data and what do you mean by information. Next thing, guys, what has happened in this particular software, Fusion software, whosoever is having an access for that particular Fusion software, they must need to log in into the software. Once they log in into the software, based on their capability, based on their work profile, based on the role that they are supposed to perform into the organization, accordingly they will be getting an access for few areas or few screens of the Fusion software. Once they access that few screens of that Fusion software, that form will open or the screen will open. Screen may contain multiple sections. Section may contain multiple fields. Some of the fields are mandatory, some of the fields are non-mandatory, and the user, the end user, is supposed to fill in the data and click on to next, and save to insert the data or update the data or to delete the data. Hope that is clear that okay, we only have the operations to either to fetch the data or to insert the data, to update the data or delete the data. You talk about any of the software, only these sort of operations are supposed to be done. Other than that, no other operations can be possible by any of the software. Okay. And then guys, once we are talking about the data and to insert, update, delete, what has happened? There are only two ways that how the data can be saved or data can be represented or data can be stored. What are the two ways, guys? one is the file-based method. File-based method, or we can call it as an unstructured way to store the data. So guys, what do you mean by file? As anything, if this particular thing, this particular Excel file, which will contain so many of the data, if I don't make any sense, if the data does not make any sense, it will just data. But but if I have given you the informative information that okay, this is going to discuss, this sheet is going to be a technical components that we are going to learn. This will tell you what is the actual course content. This will tell you what are the softwares that you're required to learn and work upon. All these things, if has been represented into a meaningful way, that will be considered as an information. So how the information has been captured and saved into and represented, guys, it can be represented into a unstructured way. Unstructured way means using a file based method. And what sort of files may be available, guys? You might be already working into CSV file, Excel file, text file, Word file, PDF file, and different sort of file formats. Okay. Done. And guys, if we talk about the file, what you can do with the file, what are the operations which are applicable with the file? You can create a new file, you can read the content of the file, delete the file, you can write into a file. If the file already exists, you can open and append the content into the file, you can copy the file, move the file from one location to another, or if the file is available into the internet, into some sort of cloud, you should be able to download the file. Like if you take an example of your Gmail, Gmail has some mail, mail has some sort of attachment, you should be able to download that particular file. Okay. Next thing is, guys, what is the other way that we can store the data? That is the database based data storage. Database based data storage means it is a structured way, and the database will contain what? This database will contain table, table will contain row, row will contain column, and column will contain and store the actual data. And here as we have different sort of operation, same way in the database also we should be able to perform different operations. What are those operations, guys? Either you should be able to run the insert statement, update statement, delete statement, or to fetch the data, you should need to write the select statements. Okay, clear? Any questions as of now?
It's clear.
Fine, guys. So, guys, whenever we are going to talk about the Fusion application, what has happened? In Fusion, all the things that the functional people, that the configuration people, that the end user, they are accessing the software and doing anything into that thing, they should be doing something to either to fetch and represent the data, or to insert the data and update the data or delete the data. And everything that they are going to do, everything is going to be changed or update or saved into database. Fusion is not use the unstructured file format. It is always going to do the things into the databases. And to play around with the data into the database, guys, we are supposed to use only one kind of language. What is that language? That language is called SQL. SQL as a language. And in that SQL, guys, we have so many things that are allowed. There may be different kind of languages. Forget everything. If you know anything about the SQL, forget everything. Only one thing which is applicable for the context of Fusion, that is writing a select statement. Only writing a select statement is allowed in Fusion. No insert statement, update statement, delete statement, no triggers, no packages, no procedures, no cursors, nothing is there. Only single select statements are supposed to be applicable and used into the Fusion application. Okay, done. Next thing is, this particular Fusion application is a tool where the technicality that you are going to learn, it does not require you to write huge sort of code or learning some sort of language or something. But Fusion is a predefined, pre-built tool. We will be learning to use that particular tool from a technical role, from the technical perspective. The technical consultant, what sort of work they are going to do, which applications they are going to use. This software will be having their own small sort of applications that we will be learning as part of this particular learning journey. Okay, fine, guys.
Yep, yes.
In addition to that, guys, as we say that okay, Fusion is a software. Once we log in into the software, what has happened? There may be different screens, different transactions that are supposed to happen. What are those transactions, guys? Whatever and everything which are going to be done by the end user, that is supposed to be collectively called as a transaction. Like somebody is working as a clerk into the HR department. They want to hire the person or terminate a person, promote a person, change the phone number of a person, update of bank details of a person. Okay, add a balance to the employees absences. All work that an HR sitting into the HR department and they are doing from this particular software, that is called transaction. Suppose there is a procurement department, there is some end user, maybe the clerk, he want to purchase some item, he want to add on some suppliers, he want to create some sort of purchase order, he want to enter some sort of receipt data, generate some sort of invoices. All these things are called different sort of transactions that are supposed to be performed by the end user or the business users. Okay, and guys, these business users are going to perform the transaction by what? By going into the software, accessing that particular page and performing those sort of actions which they are authorized to perform, right? Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yes.
There's basic we are discussing. If you can unmute and respond, that will be easy for me also to understand that you are following, right?
Okay, yes, sure.
So guys, what has happened? This Fusion application, the application has been designed and the pages that are there. Okay. What has happened once the Fusion application get into the existence, the UI, the pages has been designed. Those pages are called classic pages. Okay. And the technology that has been used to design those particular pages are called OAF is the technology, and these particular pages are built by OF technology and called classic pages. Over a period of time, Oracle might have improvised with the technology and figure it out that okay, the pages may be the slow, the look and feel of the pages is not that great. Pages are not opening in different sort of wide screen or small screen appropriately. These pages may not be compatible with the mobile devices. So as the technology advancement has happened, Oracle has introduced the new technology using an ADF technology. They have created the pages. Those pages are called responsive pages. Okay. And the latest technology, what is the trend into the market and what Oracle is pushing? Oracle has come up with a new technology called VBCS technology. And using that technology, Oracle is coming up with the new pages. Those pages are called Redwood pages. So guys, the instance that we are using currently, we are not having the instance which is having Redwood pages. We have not having a upgraded instance which is into a Redwood pages. So far, less than 2 to 3% of customers are using Redwood. Rest is still Oracle is working to introduce and pushing and convincing the customers to migrate into the Redwood pages. Okay. So guys, what has happened in our instance, we may be having few of the pages which are the classic pages, few are the pages which are the responsive pages. So guys, suppose there has been total 100 pages. Once 100 pages are there, Oracle has figured it out that okay, initially once all those 100 pages has been designed by the classic pages. Okay, and once the new technology has come across, Oracle may figure it out that okay, these 30 pages are not that frequently used, the look and feel of those particular pages are not that much bad, or there may not be much scope to improvise them. So Oracle might have not invested to improvise those pages or migrate those pages into the new technology. Oracle keep those 30-40% pages as a classic pages only. Rest of the pages which Oracle figure it out that okay, they are widely used, they can be improvised, their performance can be improvised, user experience can be improvised, their space utilization can be improvised. That's how those pages Oracle has converted into the responsive pages and deploy those pages. So in addition to that, there are certain pages which Oracle thought that okay, although these pages required an improvement, so Oracle has improvised those pages, but Oracle has not decommissioned the existing pages. Oracle kept old pages also, because certain people are very familiar with the old navigations and used to with go with those particular pages. So those pages are still available into the Fusion. Okay. But yes, definitely if Oracle has improvised some page, like some page is there which is initially available into classic page, and now they have improvised into the responsive page, and both the type of page is accessible into the system. Oracle definitely recommend to use responsive pages only. Okay. And going forward, if Oracle is converting those pages into the Redwood pages, Oracle will definitely recommend to use the classic, not the classic, not the responsive pages, but the Redwood pages. Okay.
Fine.
Clear?
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Yeah.
Piyush,
Yeah.
I have
Clear.
one question. Is it like I'm not aware of, like, what is the full form of OF, ADF, and
Not
VDC?
required. We are not
Not
going to
required.
learn. These are the pages which has been built by Oracle. Done. Okay. Next thing, guys, if we talk about, we have discussed about what is data, what is information, what are the different data types, and how we can save the data. And then we have been discussing that, okay, in Fusion application, all the data has been saved into which format? Into the databases. Database will contain table contain rows, rows contain columns. And to fetch with those particular data, we are supposed to use a SQL statement, and SQL statement may contain wider scope. If we try to cover a topic or a training onto SQL, it may require 20 hours of training minimum. But in the context of Fusion, if there has been 10 capabilities that SQL is offering, we are just supposed to use one capability only. What is that capability? To write and select a statement. Please let me know if anybody who doesn't know what is select a statement. Hello.
We are aware. Yes, I am aware.
I'm also aware.
Guys, those who are aware, no need to respond. Those who are not aware of the SQL writing a select a statement, please let me know. Fine, guys. Thanks for a confirmation that everyone knows the selected statement.
What about the DML operations? How can we perform for cloud?
Divya, I am saying that okay, in SQL, nothing you need to worry about. I am just focusing and asking you about the select statement.
Select
DML
is fine.
operations
I'm
are
aware about the select
DML.
statement, but I just wanted to know how to do an insert or
That is
delete.
what I am saying. Okay,
Hmm.
we does not need to perform DML operation because it is not allowed. That is the reason we have different sort of tools available. We need to learn these
Okay.
particular tool to perform data manipulation, to insert, update, and delete the data. Okay,
Okay, got it.
guys, do you have the understanding about what is XML and JSON?
Yes, I
Yes.
am.
Anyone who doesn't understand what is XML and JSON?
I'm
XML,
not
I'm
sure.
aware. JSON
Jason.
is not. I'm not aware
Yeah.
about that.
Fine, thank you for the confirmation. Just allow me 2 minutes. Guys, talking about the SQL, please, those who knows or not know, we are just giving a good refresher so that you should be getting a quick refresh of that. Guys, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, which is supposed to fetch the data, store the data, and do the manipulation and retrieving the data. In SQL, if you know that there has been different sort of languages are available, like DDL, DQL, DML, DCL, and TCL. You know, each of these language has different sort of commands which are applicable to be used. Okay, if you are from the EBS background or just with the plain development background of .NET or C Sharp or a Java, then you may be writing some sort of backend operations by writing and defining the SQL as a primary language. Okay, guys, in Fusion, none of these DDL, DML, DS, TCL, DCL, nothing is available. Only DQL is available, that is data query language, and in that only one statement which is applicable and available, that is the select statement is only allowed here. This is clear.
Yes.
Moving ahead, guys, talking about the select statement. Select statement has different sort of variants. Guys, how we are going to write a state select statement? If there is a table, you want to fetch the data from table. Select and from are the keywords. Select whatever the columns from that table that you need to select. Pull that particular column separated from table. This is the simplest version how to write and fetch the data from the database table. Okay. There may be different variants available, guys. In case from this table, imply table, you want to get all the columns and all the rows. What you can write, select star from this table. If this table contain 10 rows and 10 columns, it will get you a matrix of 10 columns and 10 rows. In case, guys, we want only specific columns, but all the rows. So, guys, we will put the column name like this. It is going to get you 2 columns, but 10 rows because we are fetching all the table data. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case we want to merge both of these capabilities, that okay, we want a specific row and we want all the columns. So to get all the columns, what we are supposed to put, we are not supposed to put the column name, but we just replace it with star. Star represent that okay, we want all the columns to be fetched from this table, and there's an additional command which is the where command. We want where the employee ID equals to this. So out of those 10 records, only one record will be fetched where the employee ID equals to 101. Okay. In case you want, only one record should need to come for the employee where 101, but you want only few columns to be fetched, you can specify the columns like this. Okay. In case the data which is coming, there is an additional command. You want to fetch the data and you want to order the data into specific order, like order by person number, order by hiring date, descending, ascending. What you can use, you write your query and after that you should be putting across order by clause like this. Okay. Last of the clause of the select statement that is useful and that you should be able to write, that is you should be able to write a group clause. Like in case you want to see that okay, one person is having multiple phone numbers, so you want to see each person how many phone numbers are there, so you will say person number comma count of phone number from this table where the person ID equals to this group by employee ID. So what it is going to do, it will give person number equals to 101 and count of phone number. If the database table will contain 3 rows or 3 phone number, it will give you the count as 3. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
Guys, whenever in real time we are supposed to write an SQL query, there are certain additional concerns that we are not supposed to in real time getting and fetching the data always from the one table at a time. We may require to join multiple tables to get different data from different table. Like taking an example, guys, suppose we have a orders and customer table. Take an example of Amazon. Amazon might be having a customer table where it is going to save all the data about the customer Divya. Okay, and Divya's frequent buyer and she is regularly placing a order with Amazon. So Oracle Amazon might be using an Oracle software to manage their customers, manage their orders. So there may be a order table where all the details about the orders which has been placed by Divya recently will be captured. And you want to see what are the orders has been placed by Divya in last 3 months. So you can write a query. You want to get the order ID and the name of the customer and on which date what is the order has been placed. So you will fetch, select star whatever the columns which you want to fetch from which table. You will list down all those tables, select separated by comma, and make the join between those table. How? Because these table might be having some column which is common. You know what is this ONC? These are called the table aliases. This referring these particular O dot order ID, O dot order date. This is something referring the column alias here. Clear?
Yeah.
So guys, this is something that we need to know. Anything other than that, we don't know into SQL. And in the entire course of this fusion, only that much technical coding is required. Other than that, everything, every tool that we are going to learn is a low code, no code sort of platform. Either it will allow you to drag and drop the things, or it will give you an open some wizard. You will answer some questions and it will produce the code in backend. Okay. Talking about the tables, guys, there may be If you are familiar or you are from the EBS background, guys, anybody who's from the Oracle EBS background?
I'm from EBS background only.
Okay. So those who are from the EBS background, guys, until unless I will discuss and let put it across or try to compare or highlight certain points, please try to make an habit. Do not try to compare the fusion and the learnings that we are making with the EBS. Forget everything that you have into the EBS to learn fusion. The saying that I'm supposed to put to my students here is like if you know EBS, it's like something that you have a driving license, you are a driver of a four-wheeler, but you are here to become a pilot. So there is a very strategic difference between a pilot and a driver. Okay, please stop comparing the things. Just focus on to learning a new subject wherever the comparative, wherever the join, wherever the things that I need to correlate between them, I will purposely highlight those particular points. Okay, clear, Divya?
I got it.
In addition to that, guys, those who are from the EBS background, you remember that if you go to some particular form, there is an uh, place into the menu. You go to the place and then you will go to the diagnostic. You should be getting that, okay, that form is associated with which particular table or with particular view to see that, okay, this page is having this. If you are from the EBS background working into the cloud-based pages, that is a OF pages, there is a about this page written into the right side corner. Once you click onto that, it will open some page detailing providing which page is having which sort of view objects and the associated query. That facility is not provided. If you go to the Fusion page and look out that, okay, here also we have something, which field is associated with which SQL query, which table, that has not been exposed by Oracle. Okay, so we have to understand, study, research, and that's how we will be able to understand what are the tables available and which column may be tagged or inserted into which table, which column. Clear? Guys,
Yes, it's clear.
in EBS suppose we have 100 tables, in Fusion we might be having 1000 tables. Okay, that much sort of vast structure of the tables has been improvised into the Fusion because if you are from the EBS background, if you know the basic HCM table that is per all people have. In EBS, there is a main table per all people have, which will include all the details about the national identifier, the name of a person, email ID of a person, phone number of the person. But here it has been further drilled down into different separate table. For name, there is a separate table, there is a separate table, phone number separate table, address separate table, while all these details about the person in EBS will be captured into the same table only. Okay.
How can we get the list of
I am going
tables
to
for
tell all
fusion?
those things. I am going to tell all those things. Okay. Today only we will be covering all those topics. Allow me some time.
Oh, okay.
Now, guys, whatever that we have discussed about the SQL, we know only that knowledge. Other than that, we don't need any knowledge about the SQL. Only writing a plain select statement is required as part of this particular training program. Next thing, guys, there is a good question has been asked how we will be identifying the table. So guys, Oracle has exposed all these particular documentation into the public. You should just simply come to the Google and check Fusion HCM tables and view. Guys, the Fusion has been classified majorly into three products. One is the Fusion HCM, one is Fusion Financial, one is Fusion Procurement or Supply Chain. So simply go and search Fusion HCM table, Supply Chain table, and Financial table. The first link which will open that particular link. All those thousands of and lakhs of tables which has been provided by Oracle has been listed down there. Clear? Clear, Pratap?
Yeah. That's
So
mm.
now guys, please understand, suppose I say that there has been 1 lakh tables are available into the Fusion. Okay. So guys, in 1 lakh table, suppose you are working on to build some sort of report, you want to fetch the data, you want to write your query to get the phone number of the employee, employee name and employee immediate contact details, and the name, employee date of hire. These tables, these data is required. So guys, looking into this data, you should be able to understand that okay, this data is related to the human capital management or financial management or supply chain management, right? You being as a consultant or working or taking up the requirement, you will be able to figure it out this much, right?
Yeah, correct.
So guys, once there has been 1 lakh tables are available, but if I say there has been 30,000 tables related to supply chain, 30,000 tables related to HCM, and 40,000 tables related to financial. So if you understood that okay, your scope is only related to HCM, so will you be interested to check and look for 1 lakh tables, or your scope has reduced to 30,000 tables only? Your scope has reduced only to the HCM 30,000 tables only.
Yes.
And now guys, in HCM, which is a product, it has different sort of modules. Like core HRMS is the module. Okay, absence management is the module, payroll management is the module, sub and benefit management, compensation management, talent management, succession management. These are the different modules. Suppose kind of data that you're looking for that comes into the core HCM. So if there has been only 500 tables related to the core HCM, are you interested to check, research, and do the things, look into the table, try and test 30,000 tables, or your work is only related to the 500 tables only? It
500
has been
only.
reduced only to 500 tables only. Now, guys, if I say that, okay, we need a table which is going to give you the name related data, which is going to give you the email related data, the which is going to give you the phone related data. So guys, if I say the table is related to the person, you are going to fetch the data with the person only, right? It is a person related data.
Yes.
So guys, if I say all the data, that is all the tables start that are related to the person related data will be starting with the PER table. Okay. So in core HRMS also guys, there has been 500 tables, but only 70 tables which are related to starting with person, that is holding the person data. So your scope of his work is only limited to those 70 tables. And then by looking into those 70 tables, if we say that, okay, these are self-explanatory table, their naming convention is something that it will take something called per phone details, suppose, per email address, per employee address, or per people address, per people person names, something like that. So looking into this, guys, something you should be able to correlate, applying your common sense, and you should be able to figure it out those tables, right?
Yes.
And if your scope of work is to get the phone details, email details, address details, and the name of the employee, so your scope of work is only related to these four tables only.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Can
once
you,
you go to
yeah, can you just show us practically like how do you check the tables?
Gokul, please allow me some time. I'm having a very structured way to explain. Understand the things, as I said, that okay, this is a 100% practical learning program. Everything has to be demonstrated. Okay, don't
Okay.
worry, everything will be covered.
Fine.
So guys, what I'm trying to teach you, once you get to this particular documentation, taking the requirement, you should be able to understand whether the data that you are interested is related to the absence related table, or it is related to benefits related data. That's how your scope is only limited to those sections of the table only. Clear?
Okay.
Then guys, please understand, against each of the modules, each of the things, you should need to standardize that okay, each of the modules has a special thing, that they are starting with ANC. All the absence related tables starting with ANC, all the benefit table may be starting with BN mostly, all the compensation related table may be starting with CMP. So looking into this, if you get this particular table somewhere into any query, you should be able to figure it out and judge and come directly to this section and look for those particular table, understand the nomenclature of those table, understand what these particular tables is all about, right? Clear?
Yes.
So guys, if we say that, okay, if we go to this particular absence related tables and we will say if the requirement is client says that, okay, in my company, I have created 5 different kind of absence plans. My employees can take 5 type of leaves. One is the sick leave, one is the maternity leave, one is the annual leave, other one is the military leave, and the fourth one is the paternity leave plan. These are the 4 plan details I have created into my company. Please create a report which is going to get me all the plans and tell me these plans how many employees has been tagged into this plan. So guys, taking up this particular requirement, actually you are not taking the requirement, it's the functional person who will be taking up the requirement, uh, making a document of that requirement. That document is called functional design document. He will be walking you through with the screens, explaining the things, showing you which is the data, preparing a sample data, handing over that sample data to the technical person, providing you the access and the navigation of the screen, and tell that, okay, go to this screen, this screen, this field, all this data is required. So while he's navigating, you should be able to follow and understand that, okay, this data is a HCM data or financial data or supply chain data. In HCM, whether it is related to the person data or compensation data or a benefit data or absence data, which screen is this? In that screen, the name of the screen itself is a absence plan. So that's how you should be able to correlate and go to that particular table easily, right? Clear?
Yes.
And once you go to into this particular table, the description about the table has been also mentioned that, okay, this base table stores absence plan data. If the requirement is to fetch the data from the screen which has been shown, that screen is also an absence plan screen. And this table, you are not sure. You are just making a wild guess. But looking into this, looking into the description, you could be at least 30-50% sure that, okay, this may be the table, right?
Yes.
Now, looking into this table contain which columns, which are the keys, which are the primary keys. This table contain which columns. All these columns has been listed down. Suppose he has created some sample plan and given you this is the plan. There is a column called name. You can write the query select star from ANC absence plan app where the name equals to the name which the functional people will tell. And if you get the data row, you can match the columns from the UI into some of the columns into this table, and that's how you should be able to figure it out that, okay, you are into the right screen, right table or not, right?
Yes.
Understood? Further guys, still if we talk about,
Piyush, just one
yes,
small question.
yes,
Like how we'll get to know in that table which are the key fields? Means
it is
if
mentioned here into the documentation only.
okay.
See, for each table, what are the keys, what are the primary keys? It is saying
Okay.
primary key is a combination of these 3 things. Hope you understand what is primary key, what is
Then
foreign key, and what is a composite key.
that
Composite Composite
I'm
key is
aware of.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. So composite key is something which is a combination of multiple columns. Here there is a combination of multiple columns. These collectively making as a primary key. Okay.
Yeah. So in a record, the it will display as a key. Some like mark will be there.
No, it is not mentioned. It is not mentioned
Okay.
here.
That's what I'm just asking.
It is
Okay.
clearly mentioned that, okay, out of the available column, a combination of these columns will be acting as
Mhm.
a key. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Next thing, guys, there has been certain ways that you should be knowing and familiar to identify the tables, because there may be 10 lakh tables. It will be not possible for you to remember the tables. You have to always go and do find the tables, do the research, understand the columns, understand the common columns between different tables, understand which columns to be used to combine different tables. That's how you will be slowly and steadily building the query. So guys, let's understand what how we can identify the tables and getting familiar with the table in a easy way, or there are certain set of cheat codes or a nomenclature through which we should be able to easily identify different sort of tables to work upon. Okay. So guys, as we discussed that, okay, there has been different modules in the Fusion, and for each of the modules there has been different tables. So generally there has been module specific start. Every module tables has been started with specific key characters, like core HRMS table, person related table starting with person. In financial, the account payables tables will be starting by the AP, account receivable tables starting by the AR, general ledger table starting with GL, benefits related table starting with BAN, compensation table starting with like this. So guys, looking into the starting characters only, you should be able to figure it out these tables are for which particular purpose or the object. Clear? First criteria.
Yes.
Next thing,
Got
guys.
it.
Next thing is there are certain tables which are ending with some special character. This underscore F is the table which is ending with some sort of special character underscore F. The tables which are ending with underscore F that are always related to the human capital management tables. These tables are never being a financial or supply chain table. So guys, looking into this also you should be able to bifurcate that okay, this table is for which product family, right? Right,
Yes.
guys?
Yes. Yes.
So what is the purpose of underscore F table? These are the tables that contain multiple historical records of a single business entry. Like suppose guys, this particular person EMP101 is the person who is working into TCS company. So the moment he has joined the TCS company in year 2021, he has joined Piyush Jain joined as a clerk. In next year he became manager, then he became director, then he became VP. Since 2024, Piyush Jain is working into TCS company as VP. If I ask you what is the current designation of a Fusion, we are currently standing into 2026. Current designation of Fusion is VP only because from 2024 he is working as VP only, right?
Yes.
If I say in what was the year Piyush Jain has joined, looking into this data, if you query the data, if you see 5 rows, the first row will contain that okay, the lowest row having a date as 2021 as a date. So if I say in which year Piyush Jain has joined, you should be able to figure it out and tell that okay, year 2021 Piyush has joined.
Right.
If I say what was the designation of the Piyush Jain when he has joined, you should be able to focus only that first row for the date of joining date and check and tell that okay, Piyush Jain has joined as a clerk, right?
Right.
If I ask you how many promotion Piyush Jain has got, you should be able to see 4 rows, 4 different designation. That means Piyush Jain has been promoted 4 times.
Yes.
So guys, these underscore F tables are the tables which are hold multiple records. These are capturing the historical record about the employee. Clear?
Got it.
Suppose there is a table, that table will hold the employee name. So guys, there is a employee who has joined into the company on 1st October 2023. Okay. The employee that joined, her name is Sakshi Mathur, suppose. Okay. From 1st October 2023 till 2nd of July 2025, her name is Sakshi Mathur. But on 2nd of July, she got married and name has changed from Sakshi Mathur to Sakshi Gupta. So in the software, you need to capture the new name only, right? Because now every correspondence with Sakshi Gupta need to be have with, right? Agreed, guys.
Yes.
From 2nd July
Yes.
2025, her passport will show Sakshi Gupta, PAN card will show Sakshi Gupta, all her documentation, promotion letter, everywhere her signature, everything should be Sakshi Gupta now, right?
Yes.
If that user need to apply for the loan and need to generate a last 6 months of the salary slip. So in the month of July, if she is generating a salary slip for the month of July, her salary slip should need to print Sakshi Gupta. But in the month of March, April, May, and June, her name stored into the software as a Sakshi Mathur only because at that instance of time she is not married. Her name should remain Sakshi Mathur only at that time, right? So for that particular month, if she is generating a salary slip, which name should need to print? Mathur or Gupta? Mathur only, right?
Right.
Clear?
Yes.
Now, guys, there is one. another set of table that is ending with underscore M. Ending with underscore M table is also into the product family of HCM, and there is only one table in the lakhs of table which are available. Only one table is available which is ending with underscore M. It is also similar to underscore F, which will hold multiple instances of a record. So guys, underscore F table will hold multiple instances of a record across different dates at least. Okay, like today what is my position, tomorrow what is my position. But within a same day if multiple changes are happening, suppose 8 o'clock my manager is Rohit, then 12 o'clock HR has decided that okay, Rohit is not to be the manager. Guys, at 8 o'clock, some record has been updated by HR that okay, Rohit is going to be manager of Piyush. At 12 o'clock, he got an update that okay, Rohit should not be the manager, Sumit should be the manager. At 3 o'clock, he get to know, no, still it is not decided. Please remove all the manager from the record. At 5 o'clock, again, it has been decided that okay, Divya should be the manager of Piyush. So, guys, at the same day, but different instance of the time in case you need to figure it out what is the record within a day that should be available into the underscore M tables. Clear? Guys, is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So guys, once we are fetching this particular data, select star from per all assignment time where the employee ID or person ID equals to 101, which belongs to Piyush. You may be getting three records because three changes are happening today on 3rd of July. So which is the latest change? There is a column in these tables which are ending with underscore M. There is a column called latest effective change. So guys, you tell me this is the latest record that is happening, right? These are not the latest record. These are the pre previous record which are happening in today's date at 10 o'clock and 11:30, right? If you need to fetch the data, you should be relying on to the latest record, right?
Yes.
Guys, try to correlate this. Like suppose you have a bank account in that there is a balance. At 10 o'clock, you have a 1 lakh rupees balance. At 12 o'clock, you have 50,000 balance. At 5 o'clock, you have only 10,000 balance. So at 5 o'clock, if there is a 10,000 balance and you want to withdraw something from your ATM 20,000, will it allow you?
No.
Why? Your balance was there on that particular date, your balance was 1 lakh, but you are trying to withdraw 20,000 only at 7 o'clock, 7 evening. It should need to allow. No, right? Because
No.
bank will check the latest transaction, latest balance, not the starting balance of the day. Agreed?
Right.
Now, guys, what has happened? This particular software that we are purchasing, Fusion software is a global tool. It's not that okay, it's a small scale tool or something. It is a global tool. It will be applicable and used by the global companies across the world. Those companies are big, big companies spread across their operations across the world. Maybe in India, maybe in US, UK, France, Germany, Japan, Saudi Arabia. So this particular tool has a different sort of language packs. By default, once the companies will purchase this software, they will be getting this software into the English. But in addition to that, Oracle will say that okay, in case you want to see this software, store the data, have a look and feel into Arabic, please purchase the Arabic language pack. Please purchase the Japanese language pack. It is not mandatory every company will purchase, but in case the companies will purchase multiple language pack, so every action, all the table does not have the TL tables. Okay, but in case there is a name, you want to save the name of the employee. In the name of the employee is Fusion, but the name of the employee in Arabic will be written into Arabic different language, Japanese different language. So there is a table underscore called TL table. Underscore TL table means translational data table. In case the translational data you want to see, which table you are supposed to use? You are supposed to use TL tables. Okay. Similar way, guys, there are something called underscore V. Underscore V is not an actual physical table. This is a view. Oracle might have created some query and based on that, they have created the view. looking into the documentation itself for different modules, Oracle will list down all the tables associated with this particular object and all the views which has been available into this. Going into the view, definitely Oracle has written the query for you. You should get a reference that okay, this is the query that has been written by Oracle for us. Clear? Fine.
Yes.
So guys, this documentation, if you are new to the application, you need to understand the tables, how these tables has been joined and all. You should go to the views, search different views, see the predefined queries provided by Oracle. You should be able to understand which columns are getting fetched to get those columns, which tables that Oracle is using to use those columns, which are the columns they are using to join those columns, how they are added the filter conditions and all. That's how you will be getting a good understanding about the tables and their respective columns and the join mechanism of those particular tables. Okay.
Yes.
So yes.
Sorry to disturb you. Actually, I have one question. What is the difference between this view and view L? View I understand, but what is view L here?
Okay. Amit,
Yeah.
try to keep a note of your questions. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
I may be covering all your doubts. Okay. Try to focus on to the things which I am trying to explain. If you little bit focus, you see, I have just reached up to this line number 27. I have not covered VL.
Okay.
Unnecessary, it will be just confusing you and you are just moving ahead of something that we have planned. Okay. I am again assuring you everything that is required we are covering. It is a structured way. I am going to cover everything. Keep a note of your questions and ask into the later if I am not covering those things. Okay. That will be beneficial for everyone. So guys, as we are saying that there are certain tables underscore F table, and if the companies are having multiple language packs and we have the underscore TL table. So same way based on these tables, actual base table if they are creating a view. So based on these TL tables, if they are using a translation tables, they have VL tables, translational views. Okay, understood?
Yes.
So the queries that Oracle has written that is internally referring underscore TL tables. Those views they used to represent as underscore VL table to represent that okay, boss, these tables, these views may contain translation data also for your references. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, guys, moving ahead, there are certain things called underscore B tables. Underscore B tables are called base tables. As we have the tables, underscore F tables are generally into the human capital management. There are table underscore what was that, B table. These tables are generally with the financial and supply chain tables. As we discussed the starting point, AP for account payables, account receivables, GL. Underscore B table means base table. For account header, this is the final table, this is the final base table where the data should be there. Okay. And there are certain things called interface table. Interface tables are like a placeholder tables or the interface tables. These are the staging tables. Okay. Those who are from the EBS background and working as a EBS technical, while you are creating an interface, you must be saving the data into the first staging table and then processing, doing the validation, calling the API and loading the data from the interface table to the base table, right? So any table ending with int, these are the interface table. These are not the actual table. These are the placeholder tables. Okay. Clear, guys? And there are certain tables that are ending with underscore, that per phones. Guys, per phones will contain the phone details, but per phones underscore will hold the data about the auditing, that okay, who has created the record for Fusion phone details, who has changed the data of the Fusion phone details, who has deleted the data for the Fusion phone details at any particular time of interval. That has been a functional configuration. If the auditing has been enabled, then the auditing record will be saved into which table? Underscore table. The table which is ending with underscore table hold the auditing details about that particular business object. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Guys, all the business object are not by default allowed to enable the auditing. Only the business object that is allowed to be enable the auditing. If the functional people or the admin will enable the auditing, then only those component only having underscore tables, and there only you will see the details. If the auditing facility is only available for phone and it is not available on the email, sorry, if this is not available, we don't have the per email address underscore table, and we cannot see and check and do the auditing for the email address insert update delete. Okay, clear guys? Understood how we are going to refer and different sort of nomenclatures about the table structures? Fine guys.
Yes, yes, we understood.
So guys, just Google and search Fusion HCM table, supply chain table, financial table, and that's how you should be able to go and look into the different tables. Now guys, looking into the XML, as you said that okay, most of you are familiar, but let's at a high level understand, and you please also go and refer this particular screen, W3 Schools XML. There is something very basic that we need to know into the XML. XML is something to represent the data. Guys, you can keep a note of anything into a text format, CSV format, anything, but if we say it is a note driven, these are called nodes or tags. It is a tag driven language. If you know HTML, HTML is also a tag driven language, but in HTML there is a predefined tags, but here there is a custom tag. You can create any tag of your choice. Clear?
Yes.
So guys, what is XML contain? It will contain multiple tags. This is a opening tag. Did you see that this too, how to create a tag within a greater than less than symbol, whatever the text that you will put, that will be a tag. So two is the tag. Every tag should contain a closing tag also, and anything that you will put it across between the opening and closing tag should be considered as a value. Clear? The value could be a mostly whether you put is a number, decimal number, date, or a text, it will be always treated and considered as a text value only. Clear?
Yes.
Now, guys, if I say these particular tags, to tag, from tag, heading tag, boarding tag, all these are at the same level, can I say that, okay, these are the siblings, these are the brothers and sisters? Because they are intent at the same level, right? They're starting at the same level. And guys, who's the parent for that? Can I say that note tag is the parent of these particular childs? These four are the child of note tag.
Yes.
So guys, if you understood this, that much is the knowledge of the XML that we require. That okay, XML is a tag-based language. Tag could be anything. We can create the tag. Okay, there will be always a opening and closing tag. Between opening and closing tag, there will be a value that we are going to take. If any tag which are at the same level, they are called sibling. And on top of every tag, there may be some parent. Clear?
Yes.
Looking into this second example, guys, this is one of the data. This data is about the breakfast menu of the some sort of restaurant. So guys, what this particular menu is offering, can I say this is one tag, this is the second item which they are offering, because every tag is starting with the food and in between there are certain details about the items that they are going to serve, right?
Correct.
So guys, if I ask you that, okay, this hotel which is having this breakfast menu, how many items they are going to serve on their breakfast? You will come and count these tags 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will tell that, okay, in their as per their menu, they have 6 items to be served into their menu as a breakfast, right?
Yes.
So guys, each item will contain what? Each tag will contain different tags. These tags are what? A different details about that particular dish that they are going to serve. Like what is the description, how much calories, how much is the price of that, what is the name of that particular item. That information only they are capturing only, right?
Yes.
If you want to create a list, you can capture all these things into Excel also. You can keep it into CSV file also. You can keep it into the text file also, and you can keep it into XML. In case you want to keep into XML, how you are going to keep? You need to create your own tags and put the value within the tag. And with multiple tags, since these information collectively make one unit, that is the reason you put it into one parent tag. And since we have multiple units, you will be having multiple food opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. Okay.
Okay.
So guys, looking into this data, if I say that, okay, tell me the item that is going to give least calories. So looking into this menu, you will see each of the item, go to the calorie section, check the value 650, 900, 900, 950, 600. You should be able to tell, yes, Piyush, French toast is the item that will give you the lowest calorie, right?
Yes.
Next question, if I ask you, okay, tell me what is the price for that item, you will tell that, yes, Piyush, the price is 4.50, right?
Yes.
If I ask you what is the item, the costliest item into their menu, you will come 6.40, 450, 895, 795, 5. You will tell that, okay, they have one item called Berry Berry Belgium wafers. That is the costliest item. I will say how much the calorie that it will going to give. It is about to 900 calories. I am asking you that, okay, give me the item which is going to give you the highest calorie. You will search, look into this and tell that, okay, the item name is Homestyle, which cost you 6 rupees and 95 fills. Clear?
Yes.
So guys, if you are able to read this particular thing and with your naked eyes understand and identify and answer these questions, that much knowledge is more than enough in XML. Clear? Still, I recommend you please go through W3 Schools XML. First 2-3 pages, whatever that I am explaining is available into 3 pages. That only you should need to know. What is XML? What is tag? What is a parent tag? What is a child tag? What is a sibling tag? All these details that we have discussed should need to be read through from this particular things. Okay. Similar way, guys, we have the JSON. Okay. JSON is also a data representation technique. It will store the data into key value pattern. There is a key, there is a value. What is a key? What is a value? How it is going to save key value? There's how it is going to save the key and value. There is a key. Name is the key. What is the value for the name?
John.
John.
What is the value for age? 30. What is the value for car? If I ask
None.
you what is the age of John, you should be able to tell 30.
Yeah.
If I ask you which car John has, looking into this, you will tell null means no, John does not have any car, right?
Yes.
And guys, these values, name, age, and car belongs to one employee only. These are the attributes of one employee only, right?
Yes.
That is the reason, since they are correlated to each other and related to one employee only, they are separated by what?
Comma.
And they are clubbed together by what? They are clubbed together by the curly braces.
Yes.
So in XML, how the different attributes of a tag will be separated. There are opening tag and closing tag, like name tag opening, name tag closing, and after that age tag opening, age tag closing, something like that, right? See here, since this is closed here, then you know that, okay, there is a next tag, and there you will be getting to know that there is a next tag because there is a comma separator and there is a key and value, a pair of key and value started again, right?
Yes.
So guys, will you be able to go through a basic of XML and JSON from this W3 schools? First 2-3 pages, only that much information is required.
Okay.
Just a second before we conclude. Guys, today we have covered all these things. We have covered data type, data representation, SQL, JSON. We discuss about nomenclature of the application. We discuss about the fusion tables and view, different sort of DML operation, insert, update, delete. We discussed that, okay, there is no direct insert statement, update statement, or delete statement is allowed. We have the different sort of tools that we are learning to perform DML operations. Okay.
Yes.
As we have also discussed that, okay, the user, the end user who's working into a procurement department as a clerk or in HR department or finance department, once they are going to access the application, navigate to one particular page as their day-to-day work, that page may contain different sort of sections, fields, they will fill in the data, they will save with the thing that is called what? All that sort of operation that they used to perform, that is called business transactions. Okay. Done.
Yes, Piyush.
Yes. Yes, Piyush.
In addition to that, guys, we have discussed that, okay, the Fusion software has been built and there has been different sort of ways that we can save the data, either a file-based system or a database system. In Fusion, which sort of system has been used? We are using a database system, not a file-based system. In addition to that, the UI has been designed by multiple techniques, and that techniques based on the pages designed by different techniques, it is classified as three different things: classic page, responsive page, redwood pages. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Fine, guys, let's connect tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be looking into the actual practical logging into the application. Your instance access will be created by that time and your details will be shared. We will be seeing the basic navigation. We will be looking into the different sort of softwares which has been applicable. Once you purchase the Fusion software, what are the different URLs that you can access, that we will be looking into. We will be looking into few of the utilities and we will be starting with the actual security, how the security has been mentioned. Okay, please plan to join the tomorrow session for almost 1.5 hours because it will be a little longer session. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, yes.
Good. And Piyush, I have a question in
Yes.
nomenclature.
Yes, please.
What is the underscore all tables? What is it used for?
Underscore all tables are also being used into the HCM module only. Okay. Underscore all tables, what has happened? There are certain things like HR locations all, HR positions all. These will hold all the positions on all the locations. Suppose these locations are related to the company locations where their offices are, or these are the locations created for their suppliers. What are the address of those suppliers, and for those suppliers there may be location. So certain locations which are related to the HR, or the locations which has been used into the supply chain module to be tagged to their suppliers. So the location is location, it holds all the locations across the software, that is the tables ending with underscore all. Okay.
It is only for HCM or it is for financials as well?
It is mainly only for the HCM only, but the data may be used and referred into HCM and financial and supply chain, all places. Okay.
Okay.
Fine, guys. Anyone has any other questions, please feel free to ask. Related to the topic, not related to the topic, any doubts, concerns, how we are progressing, what we are going to progress, what will be the time frame, how much time that we require to work and cover these fundamentals, then how we will be proceeding with the data extraction things. What is your more interest? What you need to focus more into? Anything that you want to discuss, please feel free to discuss.
Use one thing, this recording, are we going to get it, right? Or it's
All
like
the
location?
recordings you will be getting lifetime access. Allow some time.
Okay, fine.
Admin is setting up those things for your account, for your
Mhm.
group. Once that is
Hmm.
ready, within 1 or 2 days, they will be sending a mail to your official registered emails. You will be getting all the access, G Drive access, instance access, as well as the recording access.
Okay. Use one more question. How difficult or easy to switch the technology from either EBS to Fusion or PeopleSoft to Fusion, something like that. If someone is working on those technologies.
Okay, so Amit, I have few counter questions. What is your background?
I am in PeopleSoft Finance.
Okay, so how much experience?
16.
What is your objective to join this particular course?
To understand the technical
Okay,
or some functional part
I'll
of
only give the
Fusion.
answers. You just pick the things. Okay,
Mhm.
tell me the concrete sort of objective. Your objective is to gain the knowledge. Your objective is to switch. Or
Yes,
you want to promote something like this could be your
yes,
objective, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Gain this that statements doesn't work. Three objective. Either we need to learn and gain the knowledge, and you
Mm-hmm.
are interested to gain the knowledge to generate the money. Okay, what you will
Mm-hmm.
do with the knowledge if you are not getting promoted, if you don't switch the job, if you don't get the hike, that knowledge is
Mm-hmm.
not worthy enough for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now what is your dedication, how much time that you are interested to invest? Guys, those who wants to make best out of your this particular time that you're investing, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have already take a step and make a decision to invest your time into your career progression. This is the one of the best tool available into the market. You learn
Mm-hmm.
this tool once, you will never get bored. You always get new things, provided 50-60% of the things will be repeated in nature, so that you always get to leverage the things. Okay, leverage the things, but you will be getting a new requirement. Every customer will ask you to create a report. Tables will be 10 tables. Suppose everyone wants the employee data, phone data, and their absence details, but they want in different manner, different representation, different data. Someone wants historical data, someone wants real time data, someone will say that okay, get me the data for the future leaves also. Someone will say get me only those leaves which has been approved. Someone will say get me those leaves which has been submitted and approved. Someone will say that okay, include those leaves which has been cancelled by the manager, something like that, right? So you will be always in touch with new things. There has been new advancement, new tools will keep coming up. There has been new upgrades happening. So your work will be always, you can say, interesting. First of all, you will not get bored. In addition to that, if you want to be lazy and you don't want to explore new things, you don't like to do much hard work, then also you will be safeguarded and protected, because there has been lot of techniques and tools. You learn one tool only, focus on one things only, and you will be always getting a similar sort of work also. Similar means almost 60-70% of the work can be repeated in nature. So you will be
Mm-hmm.
always protected yourself. Okay, this is a
Mm-hmm.
recession free sort of technology. Even biggest of the companies who's using Oracle, if the recession has came and they need to fire somebody, okay, then also they need fusion technical person to fire 10,000 employees, because they cannot fire 10,000 employees, generate letter for the 10,000 employees from the UI. They need technical person to optimize and do those things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, Piyush. Good morning. This
Yes,
is
Raisa.
yeah. So
Can I
all of
answer
us,
for just a second? Can I answer to Amit first? Then I'll take
yeah,
your questions. Okay.
yes, yes.
Further, guys, if you need to make best of this particular training, I will recommend attend the training, go through the lecture video on the same day at 1.5x speed. Okay, make an habit that you should need to finish the lecture on the same day. While you're sleeping, please try to remember the things in the lecture. Don't understand everything. Try to understand and remember 10 or 5 different sort of keywords. Try to memorize, think through what I have spoken, what you have read through. Keep a rough notes of those particular terminology. Please, please, wherever you are working, start taking escalations or your name for next 2 months, in case you need to really learn and excel in this particular training program. If you are 100% dedicated to your job, you are not fit for this learning. You have to focus onto your learning to transform your career. One or two escalations are not going to make you lose your jobs. Okay? Daily while you're sitting into your desk, 15 minutes you need to Google. I am not the best trainer. Don't rely only on me. Understand two terminologies, Google, search, understand, come up with your queries, discuss with me, collaborate with your uh, teammates here. Okay? That's how you should be learning. Second thing, guys, do not plan to learn and practice and do the assignments only on weekend. You will be always running behind the schedule. Second thing is my personal recommendation, please consider that you have to study 3 hours a day. If you really want to sound that, okay, I'm having a 16 years experience, but I want to present myself as a 3 years experience, Piyush, help me what I should need to transform my CV, put something which is not actually I didn't, but I can do because I have confidence and I have learned. I have a real time database and products and the instance. So if you want to claim that, okay, I'm 13 years into the PeopleSoft, and then now I got an opportunity because my customer is moving and I learned, self-learn. I did the training with TrioTech. Don't tell that you did now. Tell that, okay, I did 3 years before, right? Clear?
Yeah. Correct.
Please try to articulate the things, whatever that you are going to learn. Please try to articulate the same concept in minimum three different ways. A simplest known technical layman language. Google it out. Chat GPT. Ask the concept. Tell that, okay, tell me the example. Tell me, articulate into non-technical terms, layman terms. Explain these terms to a 5 year kid. Sorry, fifth grade kid. Because you are going to be a consultant, you have to talk a lot. You have to represent a lot. You have to discuss a lot. You have to consume a lot. Okay, clear? Next
Yes.
thumb rules, don't speak until it is asked or it is necessary. Our job is back-end job. Technical person will avoid to face the customer. That is not our job. Let functional people will be our client. Our client is a functional people. We will ask them, we will tell them, we will fight with them, we will question with them, we will argue with them. Okay? Until unless we are required or being called into the meeting or face the customer, we are not interested, boss. We are the back-end people. Okay?
Mhm.
Clear? Yes,
Yes.
Raisha, over to you. So, Amit, it is easy to transform provided you have the zeal and you have been following all the
Mhm.
instruction, doing the assignments, and you should dedicate your 2 months to me.
Okay.
Everything that we are going to cover, that is a real time. Every word that I'm going to discuss, every example that I'm going to discuss, that is a practical scenario or going to be an interview question. If you want to learn as a student, that is your choice. I don't want you to be a student. I want you to work, behave as a professional. Feel free to gain the knowledge everywhere that you are going to get. Okay.
Sure.
I have seen
Yeah.
people are asking that, okay, give us the interview question. I don't follow that culture. There's nothing called
Mhm.
interview questions. Since people are asking, we are keeping it. We are distributing it also, but that is not going to help you out. You have to understand the concept and practically do the things. Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
Yes.
Raisha. Please tell me what is your query.
Yeah, hi Piyush. So I'm already working as a Fusion techno-functional. However, my technical skills, I've joined this training with the perspective of enhancing it even more. Okay, so all of us have been hearing about AI being taken over. So does AI has a
It
created
is not going
impact?
to hurt you anything.
Okay, yeah, that
Okay.
is what I want to ask. Yeah, because I could see on the functional side we have AI agent has been come up and there's a great impact.
Nothing is there. It is just the you can say just a child has taken a birth, and we are actually an adult mature. Fusion as a tool itself is an adult mature person, and there is a child has taken a birth. How he will overcome an adult person? No, it is not possible. It is into the very basic things only.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
AI will only work with the Redwood. Only 3% of the customers of Oracle has moved to the Redwood. They are still
Okay.
struggling. There are certain gaps. It is not yet stable. Once Redwood will come completely, then only you can enable the tools and agents and features of AI, which is
Okay.
still 2 years minimum. Although Oracle is forcing, we are pretending 2 years. It may come within 1 year, or maybe if some other competitor has come and that will become widely used, definitely Oracle will speed track. Yes, there is a focus from Oracle. Oracle strategy is to bring AI as much as possible, to make it
Mm-hmm.
work, to make it real time. But
Yeah.
even if the AI will come, it will be also another sort of tool, or within the existing tool, certain feature will come. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that will help you to use and utilize that particular tool. It's not that okay, AI will come and it will do all the things. It will create all the reports for you. It will set up the security of your application. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Piyush. Thank you for answering my question.
Yes, because you have
Um,
any questions?
Piyush, sorry, last time also I have asked. So when I asked couple of friends, so they are asking if you are a certified certification, then you'll get the job easily because he is working on Oracle and he is asking HR. HR is asking, say, we need certification is mandatory for that.
So every company,
Which-
every team has a different sort of you can say qualifiers. Okay. So definitely if some company and if your friend is supporting and he's saying that okay, take a certification, the course has been designed to make you knowledgeable. Then if you have the investment, you want to do the certification, do it. We will support. The course has been designed to cover all these things. Reach out to
Okay,
Kumar. He will be also having a connect to do the things. Practical real truth is certification is not a parameter to get the job or to survive into the job. Yes, it may be one of the qualifiers to apply for the job. Okay.
agree, agree.
Second truth is there is no practical certification as a fusion technical consultant. There is a certification OIC specialist that you should do. Okay.
Yes, yes,
The third and foremost, most important fact about the Oracle certification is Oracle certification learning department. It's an entity. They are supposed to be there to generate the business for Oracle, right? They will
right.
spread they until unless they will, if Oracle itself is saying that okay, don't do the certification, how they will generate the certification? At least Oracle will set this parameter, right? That okay, everyone should be certified. Then only 1,000 certifications will be booked. Out of those
Correct,
1,990 will fail, only 10 will pass. Again, they need to book. They need to generate the money, right?
correct, correct.
Last fact, whatever that you are learning, whatever you are practically doing, and whatever these being asked into the certification, there is no match in that. You have to always cheat and pass the certificate. There is no other
Dumps.
shortcut.
Yeah, with the help of dumps, huh? Correct.
Hope that answers your query. Everyone is clear. Certification, if you have money, if you have time, if you have connections, if you got the dump, do it.
Okay, thank you.
The certification will give you an entry that okay, you are a certified person. The moment the person is ask you first question, you are saying that you are a certified person. He is asking basic thing. You are fumbling and you are not able to answer. But your interview
Mhm.
will not last for more than 5-10 minutes, right?
Agree. Yes.
The certification is valid for only 1 year, right? Or it's valid for the lifetime?
It doesn't matter. Mostly it's maybe 2 years. But if you did
Okay.
one certification, you will not be again investing that okay, let me do the certification again, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because first time entry,
True.
you're switching from PeopleSoft to OIC. You will say that, okay, I have learned, I have been working as a support in my current company. I did the certification, I built these small integration. Now, if you have the opportunity, I can take up the challenge, I will do the things. Please give me the opportunity. I am ready to come at the same package also. There's definitely
Mm,
something you need to compromise, right? PeopleSoft is
Right.
already at that technology.
Correct. Yeah.
So you need to compromise in terms of efforts, or you need to switch the location, you need to work into night shift, you need to work into little more smaller role, you need to work into same package, you need to switch at the same package. That compromise definitely you need to do. It's like a taking two step back to make a high jump, right?
Right.
Because if you are an experienced person and somebody who's just a fresher, but definitely is working actual 2 years into the OIC, definitely he's an edge beyond you. Okay, he's
Mm.
fresher, he's energetic, he's actual 2 years experienced person. His package may be 12 lakhs only. Your package is already 28 lakhs. and you are asking 35 lakh, why they will hire you?
Okay. Yeah.
They will hire you if you package yourself and sell themselves that okay boss, I'm having 2 years of this thing, but additionally I'm managing the resource, I'm managing the client, I am doing the audit for my resource, I'm reviewing the code, I know how to deal with the customer, I am internally training my team, I'm managing the team, I know the release management, I do the requirement gathering sessions, I do the CRP sessions. 2 year person does not know all these things, right? You can sell that okay boss, I can bear the challenge, a tough situations I have been witnessing and handling and making no loss to the company. Simply
Yeah.
take a
Right.
example, if you are building a team for a cricket world cup, we still require Rohit and Kohli, right?
Yeah.
So you are a Rohit and Kohli, those who are 10 plus years experience switching the things, but you have to actually prove yourself, then only Gautam Gambhir will take you into the team.
Correct. Okay. Thank you.
Fine. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Those who has not enrolled, please finish your enrollment. Tomorrow onwards, only the Zoom link will be shared only for those who has been enrolled into the training program. Okay.
Thank you, Pius.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Piyush.